Hey, what's up, guys? You all know me. It's Mike. Today, I'm going to be working on a Lucky 7 machine. I'm going to be changing the front axle and spindles. Now, as you see, the vent. What's this piece right here? I'm going to be taking that. It's supposed to be straight, as you see. It's not straight. And if you look at the wheels, it's slanted outwards. So, I'm going to try to work on that today. Alright, as you all see, now I got everything all set up what I'm going to need to take the front apart. So, I'm just going to go quick over here when I'm taking off here. I'm going to be taking this bolt here off. Alright, it's always good to have a wrench on the bottom to hold that. This way your ball joint does not spin. And you're going to be removing that nut right there. Once you loosen that, this piece is going to be able to pop out nice and easy. Then you see up over here, I got some cotter pins. I got to remove that. And same on this side. I got to remove that cotter pin there. Once I remove that cotter pin, I could take this bolt hair off. So in this process, because this arm is attached to this side here, I don't have to take that off right away. So to be able to drop this entire rear end, sorry, not a rear end, front end, I gotta undo this one bolt and take this right here off. So I'm gonna put this right here, and you guys can watch me do that. So first I'm going to take this bolt here off, make sure I'm not in the camera way. Okay. Put the nut back on this way, don't lose it. That could just basically go right there. So the next step I'm going to do really quick. Put the wrench on the back here, this way that doesn't spin. Make sure it's nice and tight. Make sure the air gun is the right way. This bolt should slide right out. Excuse me if I'm in the way. A little bit tough, but wiggle it around. Hope you guys can see. I hope I'm not getting in the way here. Alright. So now I took the bolt out from here. Now by right, it should drop. Like so. Now how easy was that? Two little bolts take off. And like I said, you could actually see that being bent right there. Alright, so now I gotta take this hair off. Take this cotter pin hair off. Take that cotter pin there off. And once I do that, put the update front end in. Alright, so stand by. Alright, so this is the old one. As you see, it's starting to split. Therefore, let's see, the spindle comes wiggly. That's why you have a little play in the spindle. Goes up and down the front tire, because you have a play in the housing of your front end. As you see, it's starting to split. Looks like they're doing like a little weld here, like a, I don't know what they would call that type of weld. Well, we're going to call it a tap. And they do a little weld over here, and it goes all the way. It's not a complete seam to hold it. And there it is there. But if you see this one, this is the new one. You can actually see this one here goes down a little pitch. This one here is nice and straight. Alright, I remember now it's a seam weld. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this all up. Nice. I'm going to put a nice bead of weld completely on this side, as well with the bottom, before I put the new one in. And I think I'm going to try to see if I could somehow bring this down a little bit. Maybe I could gain myself a little inch or two for the height. I'm going to try to do a little investigation, find out what I could do with that. So, stand by, we'll see what happens. Well, after checking it all out, this bracket is welded to the frame. So for me to be able to drop this whole entire assembly down a little bit to be able to get more height for the Lucky 7, too much fabrication. So what I decided to do, those are my tires, which are on 6-inch rims. I decided to go with a larger tire on the height. So, same type of tire, it's just a bigger tire. So that means I would have to change the rim. These are actually for an 8-inch. So those are the rims I'll be using. So it looks like I'm going to have to paint those yellow to match my other ones. But I'll show you. As you all see, the spindles not going to be long enough. I can't get anything in there. So what I'm going to do to be able to fit these rims on my front end, these are my spindles. I'm going to take a bolt and get a nut. It's going to extend it. So we'll take the ground off real quick. Flop this over like that. So I'll get myself, this is not the washer, but I'll get a washer like so. Put that in there. Then I'll be able to put my bolt in there. So therefore, I'll be able to have 8-inch rims in the front instead of my 6-inch. So I already took the pleasure of tack welding that one. And I'm going to put this aside and I'll have you guys watch me weld that up. Nice to have a little more room, but looks like I got some grinding to do. She ain't going nowhere. Let that cool off a little bit. We'll do some grinding. Not that bad. The key is to see if this fits on there now. So a little bit tight, so I got to do a little more grinding on there. Alright. Sorry for a shaky camera. Alright, so as you see, I was able to put it on, grind it down a little bit. Now, I'll be able to put, not this particular washer, but a washer there. And if you see, there's a little hole right there. I'm going to tap a grease fitting in there. And once I have a washer in there, it'll be able to keep the grease in. Alright, let's see what else I have to do. Alright, so I got the nuts on there. It's welded, grinded down nice on both ends. Now I can be able to fit the rims on. Now I'll put a bolt here to hold it on. So manufacturer comes out with this, and it's only stitch welded. As you see, there's a weld there and a weld there. Weld there and one there. So I'm going to take, like my old one is split right there. So I'm going to add a bead of weld there. One there, and over. So give me a second to get set up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, now, I'm not the best welder, but my welds do hold, so I guess that counts. Well, that hurts when the spot comes down and hit you in the foot. You don't have steel toes on it. It gets to your toe. Alright, so I think I straightened that. Like I said, the weld's not the best, but it'll work. Alright, so I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so the bottom is also stitch welded. A couple stitches that the manufacturer does with the stamp steel. As you see, it's not welded from here to here. And that's on the other side. Was never welded. I think they do that this way. Your front end has a little give, separates the steel, what causes the spindles to rock back and forth. So I'm taking the time, I'm going to add a piece of some weld here, as long fill in the stitches where they didn't weld, because I think it's going to be a stronger setup. This is the old one. As you see, the stitch is here, and this here actually opens up, which causes your front to wobble up and down the spindle, because there's play in there. So if I do what I'm doing, complete the weld where the manufacturer didn't do, that might help me out a little bit. Sorry if I'm in the way, but it is what it is. I hate that. Go rag 5. All right. So now I got my bolts there on both sides. It is not stitch welded no more. It's a full complete weld on both ends, top and bottom. It's going to make it a little more sturdier. So now I just have to clean it up, throw a coat of paint on it, and put the front end back in. Put the tires on, and we'll see what kind of lift it is, how much it has of a height. Okay, well, as you see, it's a complete weld. Alright, it's not the best, it does the trick. But now it's all set to go. I'm going to throw some primer on it, and we're going to paint it. Alright, we got a good coat of primer on it. Now you can see my weld probably a little bit better. I know, looks like shit. I guess anything will be better. That's my weld there. This weld there. All of this. That's what happens when you have a shitty welder and you don't know how to weld that good. But hey, I guess it works better than it was. Alright, I know a lot of people don't like this color on a Craftsman, but that is the John Deere green. As you all know. For some particular reason, I like the green and the yellow on my tractor. My two favorite colors. So, that's all ready. I just got to wait for the paint to dry. Already mounted up the tires. I do have to get some tubes for them because a little leaking from the side. I'm not going to paint the rims just yet because, again, like I said, I have to dismount the tires one more time and throw some tubes in them. So after I get the tubes, then I'll paint the rims yellow. Alright guys, so get the other one in, put it in just the way, same way you took it out. But I got a little issue here. This bar right there steers the front of that spindle. As you see, that's straight. Now I go on this side, that's crooked. So take that off, straighten that out. I'm short that much. So, take this one off. Now I measured my old one. And look. This is my inch that I'm missing. So, my cross member, whatever you guys want to call it, off the Lucky 7. Look at that weld that's in there. Well, tell you what, I can't use that. I'll use that for another machine. So now I have to use this one here. Connect that up. It's long enough. It'll be nice and straight. But before I do that, I'm going to look in my pile, see what I have to make this longer. I'm not longer, but stronger. So, I know I have something in here that I could be able to use. It's just... And here we go. So now, I gotta do the same thing. I gotta do some more welding. Okay, well, let me cut some metal and weld that up together. Alright, I know this video's awful long, but some people probably will watch the whole thing, some will not. Well, the last one I had, I welded the whole entire thing, solid weld. This one I think I'm just going to do a stitch weld. I think that should be okay. Trust me, I'm not drunk. I got this in-ground floor lift over here. Bad spot for my welding's table. And every time I use my vise, I'm tripping over the in-ground lift. I think I gotta move my table. I think it's hot. Got a lot of slag. Don't need these no more. Pull those off to the side. Well, would help if I had my ground hooked up. Looks okay to me. It's nice. Show work. All right. Well, let's see what's next. See if it fits. All right. So I got that on. Spindle's nice and straight. Lines up perfect. And this one's lined up perfect. So now, because I welded this, it's not primed or painted, I'm gonna have to paint that one too. And that's my old one. So I'll keep that for a spare. Possible I'll come across another one of my mows that I'll be able to fit. I'll be able to use that. Just stitch weld it there, there, and there. Like I said, I'm not a welder, but seems like everything I weld, well, it works. So now I just got to prime it, paint it, throw it on. Alright. She's up. It's all back together. Wheels are nice and straight. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Also, I gave myself a little bit of lift. What I did is change the tires and the rims. I also straightened them out by taking that out, which this was bent. If you see, it's bent there. So the Lucky 7 is a little bit higher. I still have to paint up the front rims, but I gotta also get some tubes for the tires. Sorry about the video, it's awful long. Really, probably didn't show people what to do and how to do it, but it's an idea of what I did today on the Lucky 7. So anyways, listen, if you like my videos, it's always thumbs up, share them. I know it's awful long. The reason why they are always long, because I do not edit anything out. It's basically shoot it and put it up on YouTube. So, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for always watching my videos. Please subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.